Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave and my YouTube channel is called Tree Change Farmer, and it's about our journey from suburbia to living on a small farm in the Hunter Valley where we grow lavender and Australian wax flowers. If you'd like to keep in touch with what we're doing, then please hit the subscribe button and also the little bell icon so you get a notification every time we post a new video. Today's project is we're going to give our lavender a bit of a haircut. It's just at the start of autumn and our lavender has been in the ground now for exactly 12 months and it's grown pretty well. I'm pretty happy with what it's done so far. It's bushed up quite nicely. We didn't get a lot of flowers out of the first summer, and I'm thinking maybe that was just because the plants were still a bit too young, but now they've got good signs of growth on them, and leading into autumn I think would be a good chance now to cut some of the growth off the top of the lavender plants to promote new leaves and bushing, which will make the plants bush up more. I don't think these plants are going to come out in any more flower stems for this year. I think that's been and gone. So I think we're pretty safe to start the process of doing a bit of a prune. You'll notice there the black weed mats, and if you want to see that installation job, that was in the previous video that I uploaded, and you can go back and look at putting weed mat over the lavender plants. Alright, let's get started. I'll get the pruning shears and we'll start the haircut. Okay, I've got my pruning shears. I have sharpened them up and also cleaned them with some rubbing alcohol to make sure there's no diseases in there that may get into the plant. So the idea is with the plant is to take it back about 1/3 of the size. I don't particularly want to get right down into the bottom where the older original wood growth is. I want to make sure that it's still got green on the top, so when I cut these off it'll make more branching coming out from each plant, and that'll give us a bigger size plant and produce more flowers in spring. So let's have a bit of a cut and see how we go. So across the top. Okay, so straight away I can see that there's lots of green still in the timber here that I'm cutting, so that's all good. And I'm just going to work my way around and sort of shape it as I go. Just a little bit on this side. So I'm looking to make the plant nice and rounded. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't want to get too aggressive with it because it's only a young plant, but I think that'll be fine. You know, it's good to be out here with the hand tools on the shears doing this, but I've only got 70 plants in, and I can imagine that if I had a couple of thousand, that it would certainly be a different story. So maybe longer term, when we've got more plants in, we will look at getting something mechanical, electrical, or something that makes the process of pruning a little bit quicker. But for the time being, the pruning shears are doing a good job, and I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so that's done. I've just finished pruning the last of the lavender plants. So these ones we're looking at now are the Grosso plants, and they've really caught up to the traditional English lavender. They were put in about a month or 5 weeks after the English lavender over there, but the size is about the same now, so I certainly think that they're liking the conditions, and I think they're a much hardier, stronger plant, so it'll be interesting to see how they come out in flower in spring. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're just about to head into autumn, so the days are getting shorter, the temperatures are cooling down a bit, and I made the decision to do the pruning now, and I'll probably come back to them again in spring and give them another little tidy up. But if any people watching the video want to make a comment on when they prefer to do their lavender pruning, then please put a comment below so I can get some advice, because really I'm a first time novice lavender grower and always trying to pick up the correct technique on how to make these things work. This is the replacement lavender that I put in a couple of weeks ago, and it's really completely the different colour. So it's not the silver colour of these leaves, but a more deeper green colour. It has got shoots growing on the top, and I'm just not too sure whether lavender actually turns a silvery colour in age, so maybe these will end up looking the same as these. I'm really glad that I've got the pruning done on the 3 rows of lavender now. I've been looking at it the last couple of weeks, and they've been growing a little bit out of control, so I'm happy now that I've got them trimmed back. The only other thing I will probably do to them before winter is to give them a slight fertilizing with some weak seaweed solution, and that'll just spur some of that new branching growth to start, and that'll help overall bush the plant up. So that's another job done in the lavender patch. If you would like to subscribe, then please click the button below, hit that little icon bell so you'll get a notification of every time we upload another video. As usual, thanks for watching. Appreciate your time to drop by and have a look at our channel, and we'll see you on the next video.